action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, these guys are ready to go.
And people at home can't see me right now, but I'm stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs. This is going to be one fast-paced game. Let's get to it.
This booth is all stretched out. The players gearing up. Let's get ready for the opening tip. Fires the three. That's the start they were looking for, just as the fans were getting seated.
And I love that aggression. Stylistically, you have to come out and dictate the tempo of the ball game. Don't ease your way into it. Keep your foot on the gas.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide-open three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Tough make through traffic.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Tosses. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
PG lets it fly. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Griffin to Drummond. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Andre Drummond. Huge block. Clips able to recover. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark. To Luke Kennard. Griffin to Jackson. Griffin to Luke Kennard. Paul George sends it away. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Blake Griffin against Paul George. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Leonard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Wide open look won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Jackson with it. Down 4. To Drummond. Jackson. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard looking good. 4 for 5.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
To Griffin. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. Leonard. To George. To Leonard. Can't connect from in close. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Beverly. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Montrezl Harrell at the line for 2 shots. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Rose into the front court. Down 6. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. George cleans it up to Beverly. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Fires the 3, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Beverly into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Footer at the buzzer. Final shot of the period. Almost. It would have counted, but no good. Time's run out here in the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to Paul George. Trying to cash in. Paul George. He's 3 for 7.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To George. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Team foul number 1.
4-3. Knocks it down.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lou Williams tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Had a chance, but it's no good.
That's me. I got ball. Watch that cutter.
Curling inside. Kennard. Even to Zubats. Rejects it. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George. No good. That's great defense. To Griffin. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Great look and vision. Runner's good there.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
The possession in favor of Detroit. To Drummond. From long range, it's good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard. Has a chance and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Leonard. George. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot two.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Leonard.
Entering the game for the Los Angeles.
Blake Griffin with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Beverly had made his first couple, but he misses there. Jackson with it. Down 8. Griffin to Rose. Nothing going here on that drive. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down. To Leonard. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Nice pass to set things up. Derrick Rose slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And Paul George nails it from downtown.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Reggie Jackson, 3 for 3 in this first half. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Leonard to Beverly. Pass stolen by Detroit to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
From 18 feet at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. George. Oh, that's how it's done.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, Teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
And Blake Griffin, good on the quick release for 3.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
To Griffin. Runner here, won't go. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Leonard. Yes, three-pointer is good.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Shot from the lane won't go. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Beverly to Leonard. For 3. That won't go. Looking for his man. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Jackson. Gets a look. Can't hit. Paul George. To Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough 2s, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
And the Clippers have the rebound. To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Pistons ball here. Takes stock of the floor. Montrezl Harrell pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the final 2 minutes.
Knocked loose.
Swing, swing, swing.
Throws.
1 minute remaining in the third.
Has a look. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
George can't connect. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Here's Leonard for 2. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Off the assist.
The assist from number
17-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Clippers are out in front. Pistons basketball here to start the 4th quarter. This was a one-possession game at the break, but things went south from there.
But guess what, Ed? It's always a one-possession game. That's how you need to approach each possession in basketball. You can't score and then get back in the game 30 possessions later. You have to do it one possession at a time.
Clippers have the basketball to Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Count the basket inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. George to Beverly. Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
George, he's been dialed in from long.